guys and girls, welcome back to Master Nana's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make some nice healthy tofu recipe. Tofu is a very healthy ingredients, and there are a lot of ways where you can make a tofu recipe, and this is the one I think is one of my favorites. However, there's so many others which I think I'll probably pass it on to you over the next 6 months to a year. And let's get on. Take a packet of tofu. This is the nice tofu, 400 grams. Cut it out like that. Cut it out like that. And drain the water. That's the first thing you do. Once the water is drained, reasonably drained, so that you can handle it very nicely, place it over top of that. And now what you're going to do, you're going to give it a cut. What I normally do, just tap it on a tissue so that residual water from outside is taken by tissues and it's easy to handle. And that's what you do. I think you can make your own decision, but what I normally take, cut straight through the middle of that block, one and second time. You need a very nice and sharp knife and steady hand with that. Once you do that, just lay it on each side and make beautiful equal length cuts like that and like that, and then turn it around, and you have to do it, make it into a reasonable sort of rectangular slabs. Once you've done those, leave it on the side and dry all the water. You can either have tissue or you can have some nice clean towel. Place those cubes or rectangular thing at a nice reasonable space, and the idea is that you soak away all the water or majority of the water in there so that you have a very nice taste. Once you've done that, take another towel, place it on top of that like that. There you go. Once you've done that, take another chopping board, place it on top of that, and all you're going to do is make a nice compression on top of that so that the water seeps through into the towel and the square or the cubes of the tofu come out nice and beautiful, semi-dry, if not fully dry. Great weight. This is la crusette, empty but very lovely weight, and just put on top of that. See, it's all empty, but it's cast iron, and this terrific, nice way of putting weight on this. Now leave that for about half an hour to 45 minutes while tofu is drying out. Take out some brown rice. There you go. A cupful of those, and place them into it. That's a cupful. That's all. For 2 people, more than enough. And soak them well before you start cooking them. Right. I've soaked the rice into water. I wash them out once or twice before I finally settle down about 25 millimeter of water about those, above the rice. Spray a little bit of sunflower oil. This is to enhance the flavor, and a pinch of salt, just a pinch, not more than that. And what will happen is that when you cook these rice, they won't stick together and they'll be all separate one another. Put the lid on and leave them soaking wet for about 3/4 an hour to 1 hour. Cut the broccoli while we're waiting. All the way through. the stems, which are nice and taste absolutely fantastic when they are steamed with broccoli at the same time. A lot of people throw them away, but it's entirely up to you taste. Once it's done, wash and dry and leave it on side. After the time is up, remove the weights, remove the bird. You find that the towels would be soaking wet underneath, and the tofu would be nice and dry, crispy, without much water left in that. Absolutely superb. And I can see that the texture of that is so beautifully done. Put them back in here to be used later on. What do you use? Do you use tea towel? Once the tofu is done, take a bowl and add 1 tablespoon of avocado oil or a good quality virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/4 teaspoon of freshly crushed pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Mix them all well. To this we add the already prepared tofu. Slowly, and mix it gently so that all cubes of tofu are equally coated. Make sure you don't break them. Take a tray, lay a greaseproof paper. Now you take each individual cube and then place it on the tray with a space between them so that it doesn't touch the other cube next door to it. Once done, place them in an oven, 200 degrees C for 30 minutes, making sure that halfway through you turn the cubes over. Teriyaki sauce, about a couple of tablespoons of teriyaki sauce, not a lot, and to that you add sriracha chili sauce. This is hot chili sauce, but you do it medium or very light according to your taste. Have about just a splash according to your taste. I think that should be enough for us. And add those all tofu into this one so that they're nice and beautifully soaked into the juices we just prepared. There you go. All the way. Now leave them on the side, and here is a finished product. Before you enjoy them, sprinkle a few sesame seeds on top of that. Both sides to give it a bit of flavor. That should be enough. I'm going to try this one. Let's go. Beautiful, fantastic taste. Nice and crispy tofu with rice, brown rice, and broccoli. Fantastic. Nothing like it. Have a nice time. Enjoy your meal. All the best.